Dredge, Pizza Tower, Super Mario RPG, Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3. We all know 2023 was a great year for gaming, but it's February already, and you all know this. So what I'm going to do is go through some of the games that I put a stupid amount of hours into that I wouldn't really call like grand gaming experiences. Sort of like the side games, time wasters, casuals. There's some games in here that you can break a controller to, but for the most part, we're going to be tackling the unconventional games, the popcorn, the chips, stuff that you can kind of keep on in the background as you're doing work or watching videos, and stuff that I think a lot of people probably won't be mentioning in their best of 2023 list. Some of these games didn't come out in 2023, but either had like active communities or, some sort of presence in 2023. All right, number 10, Suika Game. No, this is not like a meme or anything like that. It's Falling Block 2048 physics-based, addicting game. This is one of those games that genuinely put a lot of hours into. At first, it wasn't even available here in America, and I played it quite a bit on my Steam Deck. And then when it actually got released, I bought a copy for myself, I bought a copy for all my friends, and we all put hours into this, and we all, tried to beat each other's high scores. And it was friends don't really care to beat each other's high scores anymore, but for some reason, Suika Game got it out of us, and it was overall pretty good. I had to give it a spot on the list somewhere, so number 10. Number 9, A Little to the Left. Keep the chill games going. We got this small indie puzzle game that came out, I don't think even in 2023, but it did have a DLC, which is more of what makes this game good. It's very satisfying. You probably saw it on TikTok. If you like what you see on the screen of just like organizing things, then you should probably get it. It's pretty good. It's nothing too crazy. So we'll go number 9, Alien Hominid HD. So being the exact opposite of chill and relaxing, this run and gun shooter, Metal Slug-esque Newgrounds game, side release at least on PC, with its new Alien Hominid Invasion game. I haven't really played the Invasion game yet. I'm sure it looks good. It looks fun. A lot of multiplayer stuff. So I'm hoping for something similar to like a Castle Crashers type deal with Invasion, but maybe next year's list. But this one day live for me, everything still sort of sticks. I think the biggest boost to it is you could pretty much give yourself a shit ton of lives and you start from any stage. I think the original was more arcadey and hardcore, where you had to start from the beginning if you lost all your lives. I'd say everything still holds up. It's still pretty fun, even single player. So if you've been itching for that like Metal Slug itch, I can't recommend this one enough. They did Castle Crashers, they did People, they did Battle Block Theater. I think they did really good with this, and it's gonna get number 8. Number 7, Smash Remix. This is gonna be the only thing kind of like this on this entire list. Smash Remix is a mod for the original Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. Has new characters, stages, features, has new skins, so the characters already there. It plays really well, and I've had it on my Steam Deck, so I sort of could just go anywhere and plug it into a TV, and then next thing you know, we have Smash Remix on a TV. Pretty sure it works with online multiplayer if you want to set that up. It's pretty cool. They just dropped even more characters and more content, so I'll leave a link to their stuff in the description. But yeah, it's number 7. Number 6, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Now this is going to be one of those ones that's going to be kind of hard to explain. Yu-Gi-Oh! As a whole is pretty unbalanced, pretty bad at the moment, considering that like if you want a viable deck and you're playing against someone with a viable deck, you're just going to take 20 move combo cards and do 100 things at once. The online aspect, which is supposed to like expedite everything, it still takes like 10 minutes in between turns for you to watch a guy do like 600 things, summon every single card that he possibly can. So fundamentally, I don't think like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that fun anymore. If you still have like a good amount of nostalgia for it, this is the definitive version of the game. I made a Exodia deck that doesn't really care, to summon things, or like their turn, it still takes 10 minutes, but at least I don't have to like pay attention to it. And then I'll do something, I'll turn back, and I'm like, oh, it's my turn. And I'll go through the motions of my deck. Normally I would mention something about, their 2023 updates, but the only thing that really changes for me is if the ban list changes, because I run that Exodia deck. But I did put maybe like 100 hours into this game. Half of those hours were staring at my other monitor as the other guys sort of played their turn in the background. As a side popcorn game, it's fine. If you find a way to play that, sort of sticks with you and it's fun to run your deck, it's a pretty good time. So yeah, number 6. All right, number 5. Vampire Survivors. This one's a pretty easy pick if I was making this list for 2022. I mean, that's when it came out. It's had a ton of updates and it's only gotten better. At this point, everyone knows what Vampire Survivors is. I do have it on this list to sort of remind everyone, hey, they did put it on mobile. That's how I've been playing it, and it actually works really well. It is one of those you hate it or you love it kind of games. So I mean, if what you're looking at doesn't do anything for you, then that's, yeah, you know if you want this game or not. All right, number 5. All right, number 4, chess. I'm sure any chess game is good, but I've spent a lot of time specifically on the chess.com app. I'm not gonna spend too much time explaining chess. You guys know if you want to play chess or not. I do like the chess.com app. Just doing the free puzzles every day has definitely made me a better chess player. At some point, I was probably like 1600 in puzzles, and now I'm like 1450 because I got pretty bad at it. I mean, 2023, as in pretty much every year since what, like 2019, has been the biggest year for chess. I hope that trajectory keeps going because chess is fun and it's awesome, and having it on the go is great. Number 3, Knuckle Sandwich. I remember in 2018 the demo popping off a little bit for the Kickstarter, but now that the game is out, I don't see too many people talking about it. I guess maybe I'm not in the indie circles anymore, but I actually can't sing this game's praises enough. It's like a RPG with WarioWare like inspired mini games. It's got a nice like dark humor to it. It's incredibly well done. I don't want to spoil too much or give away too many of its surprises. If you're trying to look for something new, then don't sleep on this one because it's pretty fun. Number 2, American Truck Simulator. This is kind of if you know type of thing. American Truck Simulator is a game where you run deliveries driving a truck. If you're looking at this and you're like, oh man, the open road, here we go, then you know what kind of person you are. Now I wouldn't say they went crazy in 2023. It's not like, this game came out a while ago. I think Texas was added in 2023, but this was the first year that I actually bought any of the DLC, and I always thought, oh, just driving from point A to point B. What could DLC possibly do for me that would enhance that sort of fix? And I was pretty wrong about it. It's nice driving across the states, and they actually do make the states feel different and like an obscured version of what you would expect from that state. Even playing this thing on the Steam Deck, it's a lot of fun. And also 2023 was the first year that I got into the mods. Even if you don't get into the DLC, get the mods because they go pretty hard. It's a lot of fun. I mean, even playing the way I play it, where you're in the shoulder going 100 down a Texas highway with Darth Vader as your co-pilot. So yeah, number 2. All right, we're gonna go through a short list of honorable mentions. Obviously, I'm going to be, not including a lot. I'm just also try to remember that this is a super personal list. This is only games that I played. Of course, I'm going to be missing your favorite game, your favorite, whatever. But yeah, here it is. All right, first, Monopoly Go. It sucks. Don't buy it. But I did put a lot of stupid hours into it. Slay Spire, put a lot of hours into it, especially on mobile. Unfortunately, Rocket League, still on my slate of games. I play pretty much at least 3 to 4 times a week. It's just so easy to just come back to. Lawn Mowing Simulator. It's not as refined as American Truck Sim, but it's one of those games you look at it and you go, oh, okay, yeah, this seems like the kind of satisfying itch that I want to scratch today. I played Half-Life for the first time this year. That was a great time. Risk of Rain Returns. I'm just gonna leave it on here just in case. I thought it would be too big for this kind of list, but I just wanted to mention it at least. Q Remastered came out, which is like a drawing puzzle game that went viral for a little bit. I'm sure I'm missing a lot, but whatever. Number 1 for best casual time waster side game for me is a 3-way tie between PictoPix, the Picross games, and PictoQuest. Look, I put a lot of hours into some of these side games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And American Truck Sim, but those all are nothing compared to the sheer amount of time I've dropped in playing some of these Picross games, especially PictoPix. Now Picross or PictoPix are, there's a couple different names for it, is a sort of like Sudoku number, like deductive puzzle game. To get into it, I would highly recommend just one of the regular Picross games on the Switch. I think those do a great job of introducing you to it. And then PictoPix is sort of like the degen, where it's you can download infinite amount of levels from the workshop. You could do 30 by 30 puzzles where none of them make sense and none of them give you any sort of hints on how to solve it. But even going back to like the Picross games on the Super Nintendo, like it's pretty fun. These games are good. It's just one of those things where you just gel out, you keep something on in the background, you can have like, you could have your teacher's lecture on, you watch a video, watch a movie, and just have Pictopix on like a little handheld on your Steam Deck. You can play it on your Switch. There's even some mobile apps, which it's kind of a pain in the ass because the grid is most of the time very small and can't really press it. But I think this is peak like casual games. I mean, just checking my hours alone between these 3 games, well over, hundreds of hours. Number 1 is going to be Picross. That's going to be it for this list. Remember that these are games that I put time in personally this year. And obviously I'm trying to find games that, not a lot of people are talking about, these like side games, the games in between games. I mean, clearly, Zelda destroys all these games. Baldur's Gate destroys all these games. But all those games are like 100+ hours. These games are, however much time you want to put into them for that setting. Or you just keep them up in a window, and that's completely fine for the experience too. Many people not really having the time or drive to sink hundreds of hours into a game. It's nice to have like these small, low commitment areas of gaming where we don't really have to like sink a whole bunch of mental into it. And I think most of these games cover that. Other ones I definitely wanted to just give a little shout out to. Also, you guys already know about, Spider-Man. You guys know about Baldur's Gate. You guys know about Zelda. We don't need another 2020 best of 2023 list saying the same thing that everyone else says. All right, that's going to be it. More lists coming soon, maybe? All right, peace.